Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back tonight with my idea number 4 for my All Things Christmas and All Things Holiday series. And what I decided to create tonight was shopping list pads. This is something that also could be added into your craft fair if you like. But I went ahead and I made covers for these pads and I laminated them. And then I cut this over here so you can put receipts like when you go shopping. And this is a nice big pad of paper. And then you can see the back. I added the elastic over here so it can be closed. You could stick it in your purse when you go shopping. Now, I found these and I bought all they had. I found them at Staples on my lunch break when I went down to see, because really what I wanted them to do is I wanted them to cut one of the large legal pads. Let me just show you. The legal pad like this. So I went to Staples today and can you believe it? They wanted $3 a cut just to cut one of those for me into two to 3 pieces. It would have cost me $6. I went $3 just for you to slice it, and they said yep. So I'm like, well, forget that. So then I asked the guy that works there, do they have any of these kind of little notepads or anything? He showed me what they have, but they didn't have just like solid white, what I was looking for. And so I'm like, okay, well, I just thought, okay, well, I'll figure out something else, however I wanted to make these. Then he told me, oh, by the way, go look back there in our clearance section. We might have something back there. So I went back there in the clearance section and they had these. So whenever I took the plastic off of them, because they came with even a magnet on the back. So when I took the plastic off and I removed this top part on here that goes all the way around, I just removed it all. It is this, just solid white. Y'all, they were 50 cents a piece. So I'm like, score, that is a great deal. You can't beat 50 cents a piece. You can't even buy this at Dollar Tree for 50 cents. So anyway, I think I got 9 of them for $4 and some change. So not bad at all. $4 and I think 78 cents, I think it was total. So anyway, not bad for 9 of these. So I was thinking, well, if I make these and pretty them up, I could add these in my craft fair and I'll do everything on them all Christmas decoration, and they can be shopping lists. And that's what my meaning of these are for, is for you to write your shopping list because it's Christmas shopping time. So anyway, so let me just show you how I created this. Okay, so when I decided to create this, I've been sitting here figuring out what I wanted to do. What I did is I added extra laminating behind here and I made a slit so I could put this in and out down in beside there, and that way then I would be able to laminate this and it becomes more sturdy. So as you see, this was kind of my sample. That's why it's just really thin. But you can see here, that's what I did on this one too. See, it just pulls right out and it will just slide right back in. And that way then the cover can be reused and they can just take this in and out. The only thing, and I think that if they found something about that width, it would work. Even if it was a little smaller, it would still work. But anyway, yeah, I thought, okay. I made this one first as a little test, and then I just made another one and said, okay, I like this. This is pretty cute. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so of course the first thing I did is I took my paper and I removed the whole top. It was stuck to the paper, and I removed the magnet and just took all that off. And so I had to peel off the top piece of paper, that way I had it clean, and you can see where I ripped it off, but it doesn't matter. I'm fixing to cover it up anyway. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the top, and I cut this already at 3.5 inches. That's how wide this is. And so really, I mean, you can choose to score these if you want, but really Oh, I think I had it wrong. There we go. You can choose to score it if you want, but really you can just kind of fold it over and feel your way. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me just put some adhesive on here. Just using my little tape runner. I'm just gonna do it, and if you look here, you can see there's a perforated line right here where these come off. Now, if you're using a different kind and the perforated line is not that low, you don't have to put yours that low if you don't want to. But I'm just going to kind of line this up on the front just so I can cover this and make it look pretty. Take it and just kind of fold it over, and then fold it over to the back. Use your bone folder and get this all pressed down really well. And if you want to like add some washi on one of them I added a little washi on there to kind of give a decoration going around. You can do that as well. As you see, it kind of pulls up a little bit there because of the paper, but just use some pretty washi and it will be great. In fact, let's just do that really fast. Let me grab some pink because I'm using pink on here. I'm just going to use a little bit of washi. Okay. I'm just going to kind of use it on here like as a decoration. Kind of swing it around. Just kind of cover the back with it. And that makes it pretty and kind of held it down a little bit better. Now I'm just going to cover the back. So I'm just going to use this side because this snowflake paper that I'm using, this is the other side, of course. So I'm just going to cover the back. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top. This is on the back. Okay. I'm just going to line this up toward the bottom. Get that on there. This all pressed down. Okay, so now I've got my tablet ready. Okay, put that out of the way. So now I have chosen for the cover, I've chosen this really sturdy cardstock. I'm not really sure of the weight. It's a very heavyweight cardstock because I wanted this to be nice and thick. Let me see if I have any over here that maybe I hadn't opened yet. I don't think I do. But it's like the heavyweight that you get from Hobby Lobby. That's where I got this from. And like there is some thinner cardstock. Like the red is pretty thin. This is a little bit thicker. That's what I prefer to use on this. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I need to get this ready for my cover here. So I'm going to do a little scoring. I have already pre-cut my paper. And my paper, it measures 8 is going to be the height. 7 3/4 is going to be the width. Okay, so now I'm going to score. Now keep in mind, you might have to alter your scoring lines if maybe if your little tablet of paper is not as wide as mine. My paper is 3.5 inches in width and 8 inches in height. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna score this at 3 5/8. And I'm gonna score it at 4 1/8. Had to look at my notes for a second, y'all. Okay, so now I got that. I'm gonna crease this up and make it all crispy. So now I've got my basic cover. Now I wanted to give it some extra decoration on here, and this also makes it even more sturdy. So I have already pre-cut these, and these are 3.5 by 7 7/8. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive all over it. Doesn't have to go totally to the edge because we're going to laminate this anyway. You just want to be able to hold it in place. I'm going to put it in the center. This is going to be in the front, or I guess it doesn't matter at the moment which is front and which is back. Okay, let's do the other side. I think I'm going to have to carry one of these in my purse. That way I can have a shopping list tablet in my purse. Because, you know, it's going to be time to start doing Christmas shopping, you know. I have to buy for, I've got 4 grandchildren and 2 daughters and 2 son-in-laws, my husband, my parents. So, yeah. Okay, look at that. Doesn't that look pretty, y'all? And you're probably thinking pink for Christmas? Well, there's pink on the snowflakes. That's why I went with it. Okay, now's the time if you wanted to add a little embellishment card on the front. So before we laminate it. Now, if you chose not to laminate it, I mean, you'd probably be okay. But I just think if you want to be able to use it for a while, it's going to make it more sturdy. So I'm just going to go with laminating it. Okay. Just going to put this in the center. And this paper, I got it at Tuesday morning, and I think that it's called, I think it's Holly Jolly, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see, this is some of the paper it came up. Yeah, Holly Jolly Christmas. And I got it at Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's super cute. Super, super cute. Okay. So now, if you wanted to add any little decoration in here in the front, now's the time if you want to do that before we do any laminating. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that. If you wanted to add a little decoration on the back, anything like that, now's the time you would do that. So let's see here. Okay, so let's get ready to laminate. I've got my laminator all nice and toasty hot. Okay, now this is the front, of course, because I put the embellishment there. So I'm gonna make sure I get this all pushed all the way over to the edge. Now, I want to make sure that I have put my laminating underneath for the back, and let me show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna see if I have one already cut. That's not gonna be wide enough. Let me grab a sheet. Now I am using the Scotch Thermal laminating pouches. Now I got these for $5.24. There's 65 in there, and they have 3 different sizes. I got it at Target. And so it really comes in handy, like if you want to have maybe a 4x6. And so that worked out great because I just need a little, like a piece for the back, and I didn't want to cover the whole back because I want to be able to have this slide down inside. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull this apart. And since it's too wide, I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. I'm going to cut it down to 3.5. And I'll leave the width. Now I went over just a little bit on that 3.5, but that's okay. Okay, see, and it's gonna fit right down in here. Now make sure when you do this technique where you want to be able to slip something inside, if you've never done this before, there is a shiny side And then there is a more, that's where the other side is where the glue is. You want to make sure that you are putting your glue side face up, not face down. And line it up right up inside here on this side of your score line. And carefully put it over here over the top. Now on these other ones that I did, this one, I showed you, I went ahead and made one for the front too. I'm not going to do that one on this one. I'm going to use a clear pocket. But you can slice a little, put one underneath here and make this long pocket as well. The clear pockets that you get from Target, if you have those work great too. So let me get going on this laminating. I'm going to try to get this over here without moving that thing I put underneath. And here I go. I'm using my Scotch laminator. And it's coming through. When I was trying to figure out a good way to do this where if I could laminate it, that's when I thought, well, I'll make that little pocket on the back, and that way I can just slice it so I can slide it down in the back. It will be fabulous. It'll work great, and it did. And these are great little Christmas list books. Okay, so as you see here, there I have it. That's where I'll slice it right into there. I'm going to go ahead and trim this up a little bit. Get these moved out of the way. I'm going to slice it. And I always line mine up with the edge of my thing. You want to leave like at least 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more on the side so it wouldn't come apart. Do the same for the bottom. Kind of check it out and make sure everything looks like it's adhered. If it's not totally together and that looks like a little bit of, like it's raised up a little bit, run it through your laminator again. That's what I'll do. I'm going to leave a little extra on the bottom and top. I just want to make sure it's good and sturdy. Okay. Now I'm going to put mine back through. I just want to make sure that glue grabbed. Let me move these books out of the way again. Okay, so here it goes. Hope everybody's had a good day. Busy week at work this week. I'm sure for y'all too. I've got a lot of new faces in my craft group. Oh, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Sarah. Last name starts with an A, and I'm not going to say the last name because I don't want to butcher it. But she had referred several people to my craft group. So thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Okay, so now I need to slice this open so we have a way to put, we can slide our little notebook in there. So I always use this little thing I got with my Cricut, with some tools that I got with my Cricut. So I always use that to slice on so I don't slice down my table. I'm going to use my ruler, line it right up with the edge of the laminating that's underneath. Lightly slice it. Okay. And then you're going to be able to pull it up, and there you go. You have your little thing. Now I'm going to go over, I'm going to slice it a little bit more, just right over here, because I want to make sure it fits in good. There we go. And then, oh, let me do this folding first before I stick that in there. Okay. Then you'll be able to take your notepad, and a lot of times people will make like a little flat back here for you to slide your notepad in, but y'all, try this technique and you won't have to worry about that. And look, it slid right in. And there you go. Got it all in. And look at that. So now all I'm going to need to do is poke my hole. Let me pull it out for a second. I'm going to poke my hole. And then I'll put my elastic on there. That way it just stays closed. I'm going to use my hole punch. Punch myself a hole, just like you're doing a traveler's notebook. And you see what I did. If y'all heard that, that's my husband going in the garage. So anyway, got myself a little elastic. I got my elastic on Amazon. This is 2mm elastic cord. That's what I use. And I got mine on Amazon. I think it was, I don't know, less than $10 for that big old roll. I've used it a lot, so it's really been, it was really a good deal. Okay, I just gave myself a little elastic here. I'm going to tie myself a knot on this side. Okay. I always tie like 3 knots on these so they don't come out. They probably won't come out, but I just want to make sure. And you'll be able to put this right over. Perfect. Let me slide my tablet back in here. See, and I covered the back just because I had ripped that thing off and you want it to look nice. I'm going to slide this back down in here. Get it all the way down. And look at that, y'all. Let me stick one of my clear pockets on here. These I get from Target, and these were from the dollar spot. I think they were $3. Yeah, $3. They are seasonal, so it is hard to find them. So when you find them, you might want to stock up. And you just peel it off. I'm going to put myself a pocket over here. That way then you have a place to put receipts or anything like that in here. Got my thing. Let me see if I can find something to slip down in here just so you can see it. There you go. Works great. I put my cover over. And there we go. What do y'all think, y'all? Super cute, huh? Super cute and great little Christmas shopping list book. You put your receipts, you got your notebook, you got your paper, you got your list. Ready to roll. And yeah, super cute. I like that a lot. Anyway, so what do y'all think? I think that these for me, I think they're a good winner. I think that I'll use the other ones that I have and I'll stick them in my craft fair. Or maybe I'll send to my siblings or something like that. But yeah, I couldn't pass them up when they were 50 cents a piece. So anyway, like I said, I got them at Staples. So anyway, yeah, I hope that y'all have liked this. I hope that you might give this one a try. Like I said, if you use different notebooks, just alter your measurements a little bit for the covers. And yeah, this works great. And y'all, you can slide it down in and out in the back. And look, there you go. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload any videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys real soon with another idea from my All Things Christmas and Holiday series. Anyway, thanks so much, y'all. Bye.